Have you ever wondered if there's a higher authority than the law itself, something that might justify standing against established rules? This question delves into the very core of political philosophy and civic responsibility, asking how individuals can ethically challenge systems they find unjust. Theoretically, civil disobedience is justified through various philosophical frameworks that explore the relationship between individual conscience, moral obligation, and the legitimacy of state authority. These frameworks provide a basis for understanding when and why citizens might legitimately choose to non-comply with laws. One major justification stems from social contract theory, which posits that governmental power is derived from an implicit agreement with its citizens. If a government systematically violates fundamental rights or fails to uphold its end of the contract, then citizens may be theoretically justified in withdrawing their consent through acts of civil disobedience. John Rawls's theory of justice as fairness offers another powerful justification, proposing that civil disobedience is a public, nonviolent, conscientious yet political act contrary to law, usually done with the aim of bringing about a change in the law or government policy. For Rawls, such acts are justified when they target clear, substantial injustices, particularly those violating the principles of equal liberty or fair equality of opportunity, and when they appeal to the community's shared sense of justice. Applying these theories means evaluating whether a law or policy represents a significant departure from fundamental principles of justice or the implied social contract. The focus is on the moral content and systemic impact of the law, rather than mere personal inconvenience. For instance, a policy that systematically disenfranchises a group of citizens could be seen as violating principles of justice and the social contract, thereby providing theoretical grounds for protest. The actions undertaken must generally be public, nonviolent, and willing to accept legal consequences to demonstrate respect for the rule of law while protesting its specific applications. This perspective highlights the critical distinction between personal dissent and civil disobedience, elevating the latter to a structured act of political communication. Think of it as a society testing its own moral compass, forcing a reevaluation of its foundational principles when a segment of its population publicly and conscientiously asserts that injustice prevails. This is not mere lawbreaking, but a deliberate appeal to the community's sense of justice and shared values, grounded in the belief that fundamental rights or just institutions have been compromised. Ultimately, understanding the theoretical justifications for civil disobedience provides a vital lens through which to examine the dynamics of power, justice, and citizen participation in a democratic society. It clarifies that noncompliance, under specific ethical conditions, can be a reasoned and principled act, aiming to uphold justice rather than undermine the entire legal order, thereby deepening our appreciation of political obligation and the ongoing pursuit of a more just society.